Now let's talk about second article from the Down to Earth magazine. This is under the section of wildlife and conservation. Topic is assisted hunting. States are increasingly translocating herbivores and ungulates to reserve to ensure adequate prey base for tigers, but this strategy may not prove sustainable for long. Since October 2023, there has been a flurry of activity at Palamu Tiger Reserve in Jharkhand. The officials have undergone training from the Madhya Pradesh Forest Department, and a customized transport vehicle has been arranged to bring 300 herbivores from the Bhagwan Virsa Biological Park in Armanji village, Ranchi, 190 km away. All that is awaited is approved from the Central Zoological Authority to bring the 250 spotted deer, 20 black bucks, 10 barking deer, 10 sambar and 10 nilgai, says Kumar Ashish, Deputy Director, Palamu Tiger Reserve South. The National Tiger Conservation Authority (NTCA) has already approved this plan, a first for Jharkhand. Ashish says the herbivores will first be moved to a fenced enclosure at Palamu so they can acclimatize to the area and officials can monitor their health. After a month, they will be released as tiger prey. The prey base or the animals that serve as a food for predators for tigers include spotted deer, gaur, wild boar, nilgai and sambar. In the 8 range of Palamu, only one has 5,000 deer while the rest have 100 to 200 deer each, along with other animals. The reserve has 3 tigers. A tiger consumes about 50 cheetal-sized animals in a year and so requires 500 to 600 deer that continually reproduce. Ashish explains, prey density or a number of available prey per square kilometer for tigers should be around 25. Currently it is 4, he said. He adds, the reserves plan to raise its tiger number to 50 to 20, necessitating 25,000 deers. First point is inadequate numbers. Translocation of prey may be planned in Jharkhand for the first time, but states like Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Telangana have been reporting such exercise over the last decade. It has increased in recent years, says Hemant Singh, Assistant Inspector General of Forest at NTCA. Forest official says that the reason for this is shortage of food for tigers and other predators. The prey base is depleted due to habitat destruction, poaching and hunting for bushmeat and encroachment. As per the status of tigers, crow predators and prey in India 2022 report by NTCA, India has 3,682 tigers in 53 reserves across 18 states, an increase from 2,967 tigers in 2018. While numbers for prey in 2022 are not available, earlier estimates suggest that disparity across reserve. As of 2018, Ranthambore, Rajasthan had 55 tigers. Individual density occurrence of individual species of cheetal was 21.62 per square kilometer and sambar was 13.95 per square kilometer. The state's Mukundra Tiger Reserve had no cheetal density, but individual density of Nilgiri was 3.59 per square kilometer and Chinkara was 2.05 per square kilometer. Ashish explained that on average a male tiger needs a territorial area of 30 square kilometer and a female needs 10 square kilometer. However, territories can differ due to geographical location, vegetation and available prey density. If the prey density is smaller, the tiger will travel farther in search of food. It may venture into human habitations, increasing the possibility of human-tiger conflict, he says. So, human intervention needed to augment prey base. At the Satpura Tiger Reserve in Madhya Pradesh, the individual density of cheetal is 4.24 per square kilometer, barking deer is 2.49 square kilometer, sambar is 6.48 per square kilometer and Nilgiri is 2.56 per square kilometer, says the 2018 estimates. L. Krishnamurthy, Field Director at the reserve, says the low prey base could be due to increasing biotic pressure like grazing, collection of fuel, small timber, minor forest produce, draw down agriculture in the backwaters and fishing. Apart from the basic objective of feeding the big cats, prey augmentation also helps conserve biodiversity. Satpura has good population density of gaur, sambar, nilgai and wild pigs, but less cheetal. Having animals of different species help maintain the food chain and encourages habitat conservation. He says, adding, hence sometimes animals are moved from high density area to low density region to maintain prey base and population density. Translocation help the zoological parks as well. Herbivores breed in abundance in zoological parks in the absence of any natural predator. Moving these animals in a wild becomes imperative to avoid conflict and inbreeding, says a forest department official from Telangana on the condition of anonymity. Next point is unnatural move. Though prey translocation has proven useful, experts say it is counterproductive to scientific conservation. Y.V. Jala, former Dean of the Wildlife Institute of India, Dehradun, says, with the Boma technique adopted from South Africa, which has no tranquilization, there is less mortality. This had led to a more than 19% success rate in translocation. However, he highlights that herbivores and unregulated translocated from parks have never lived in the wild and their anti-predatory response are weak, adds Dharmendra Kandal. Conservation biologist with tiger water in Ranthambore. These herbivores will face difficulty in finding safer zones. Artificial prey augmentation is not conservation but population sustenance and management, he says. Ravi Chelam, Chief Executive of Metastring Foundation, Bengaluru and Coordinator of Biodiversity Collaborative, says he approached for augmenting prey base is expensive and flawed. It is not about feeding the tiger with excess prey bred in captivity. Translocation must be carefully implemented considering factors such as how long the animals have been in the park or reserve, sex ratio, age group and size, he says. K. Ullas Karnath, Director of the non-profit Wildlife Conservation Society's India program and a tiger expert, says protecting habitats from encroachments and degradation will allow prey density to increase with time. We are feeding these tigers in a national park rather than in a zoo. Such attempts, along with speeding up natural recovery or raising tiger and prey density above natural levels, are unscientific and often the cause of increase in human-wildlife conflict. They can also have deleterious impact on other forms of biodiversity. There is no research to support the need for such actions. He says about 75% of potential tiger habitats, for example, all of Odisha, Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh, do not have tiger population at reasonable natural density, he adds. As per the 2022 NTCA report, 11 reserves recorded one or no tigers. On the other hand, reserves such as Bandipur, Nagarhole and Tadoba have higher tiger density. Artificially adding prey could lead to conflicts between tigers, he says. There is a data given about the prey distribution drive. Herbivores and ungulates are increasingly being translocated from zoological and national park to boost prey base in tiger reserve. There is a chart given where state, wildlife sanctuary reserve, animal received from, animal received, distance travel is given. First state is Telangana. Wildlife sanctuary is Itarnagaram Wildlife Sanctuary, Amrabad Tiger Reserve, Kawal Tiger Reserve, Kinnarsani Wildlife Sanctuary, Pakhal Wildlife Sanctuary. Animal arrived in Itarnagam Wildlife Sanctuary is Kakatiya Zoological Park in 2023. Distance travel by them is 1011 km. Second one is Amrabad Tiger Reserve of animal received from Nehru Zoological Park in 2023 and distance travel is 153 km. And next one is Kawal Tiger Reserve, Kinnairsanit Wildlife Sanctuary and Pakhal Wildlife Sanctuary. Animal received is Mahavir, Harina, Vasanthali National Park in 2023. Animals received from animal received is spotted deer, sambar, peafowl in all the three wildlife sanctuary and distance coverage not given here. Second one is from Maharashtra. Sanctuary is Sahadri Tiger Reserve. Animal received from two areas animals are received. First Sagareshwar Wildlife Sanctuary in 2019 and Rajiv Gandhi Zoological Park in 2019, and the animals are sambar, spotted deer. Distance cover by Sahadri by Sagar West Wildlife Sanctuary is 92 km and Rajiv Gandhi Zoological Park is 146.8 km. I put the chart so that you can clearly look at the map and understand it, okay, and I read it also, so that even if you are not looking it, you have some data in your mind regarding the animals. Third is about Madhya Pradesh, okay. There are 3 wildlife sanctuary and 3 animals received from different sanctuaries given. First one is Sanjay Dubri National Park and Tiger Reserve, Nauradehi Wildlife Sanctuary, Satpura Tiger Reserve. Animals received from Bandhavgarh National Tiger, Pench Tiger Reserve in 2020. Animal is spotted deer, Barasingha. Distance covered not given. Next, Bandhavgarh National Park, from which Kanha National Park, name is spotted deer, Barasingha. Distance cover is 215 km. Third one is Satpura Tiger Reserve, from which it received from Kanha National Park. Animal is spotted deer, Barasingha. Distance is 245 km. Next one is Karnataka. Wildlife Sanctuary of Karnataka is Kali Tiger Reserve. It received from Sri Chamarajendra Zoological Gardens, Masuru Zoo in 2020. Animal is Sambar Chital. Distance travel is 503 km. Next, Jharkhand Palamu Tiger Reserve, which we are talking about in this article. From which region? Bhagwan Birsa Biological Park in 2024 tentatively. Animal received is spotted deer, black buck, barking deer, Sambhar Nilgiri. Distance coverage 192 km. I read it, I know that you are not understanding it properly, so I put the chart, and just by reading, just remember the names of the states, wildlife sanctuary reserve in that state, and animal received from which wildlife sanctuary, and which types of animal are received, and distance covered. So in the whole discussion, in Karnataka Kali Tiger Reserve, which received animal from Sri Chamarajendra Zoological Gardens, animal is Sambar Chital, covered 503 km distance. So this distance is the highest. A related subtopic is, do cheetahs have prey? Availability of prey is not just a concern for wild tigers in India, but also for the group of African cheetahs introduced at the Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh since 2022 to receive population of the big cat in the country. Cheetahs commonly prey upon ungulates and herbivores such as deer species and hares. The action plan for introduction of cheetah in India report released in January 2022 by Wildlife Institute of India, the National Tiger Conservation Authority (NTCA) and the Madhya Pradesh Forest Department says the Kuno has an overall potential prey species density of 51.58 individuals per square kilometer, including a prey density of 38.48 cheetah per square kilometer. However, on October 27, 2023, the Cheetah Project Steering Committee consulted by NTCA to review the initiative revealed that no cheetahs will be released in the wild unless the prey base is increased to 35 individuals per square kilometer and must ideally be 50 individuals per square kilometer. This highlighted concern on the potential scarcity of prey at the national park. Negating such claims, Uttam Sharma, Chief Conservator of Forest at Kuno, tells Down to Earth that there have been no issue with the prey base at Kuno. A prey base assessment is carried out regularly, he says. So this is all about this article ends here. So I hope you love this article, you enjoy this article, gain some perspective, some knowledge out of it. So keep learning, keep growing. Namaskaram. Thank you.